Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the Cacace versus Wood is on video, as former champions Anthony Cacace and Lee Wood are set to square off in an all-UK battle at 130 pounds on Saturday, May 10th, as they are going to headline a DAZN card that night. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So this fight, I actually like this matchup. I do. I think it's a good matchup right here between these two fighters. You got Anthony Cacace coming off of his best year. He upset Joe Cordina to become the IBF 130-pound champ, and then defeated Josh Warrington in September on that big Riyadh season UK card that was headlined by Dubois and Joshua. And then he ended up giving up his belt instead of making a mandatory title defense because he said he wants big fights. And he's proceeding into a big fight here with Lee Wood. Lee Wood, also former champ at featherweight, actually former two-time featherweight champ. He had defeated Michael Conlon, was upgraded to champ a couple years ago, and then lost the belt to Mauricio Lara, but would win it back in the rematch with Lara, and then went on to knock out Josh Warrington in a fight that he was losing about a year and a half ago, and hasn't fought since then. That was in October of 23. It's going to be over a year and a half by the time they get in the ring. So is that going to play a part? When we look at the numbers between the two, you got Cacace at 23-1 in his career. It's been a while since he's lost the fight. I think he lost back. He lost to Martin Ward back in 2017 by a 12-round decision. Since then, only the Cordina and Warrington fights are anything worth a note. So we'll see how he does. But again, Lee Wood, his last fight was an impressive come-from-behind victory over Josh Warrington. They were trying to get the rematch done last year, but it never happened. And now he's taken on, now he's facing Cacace. But, even prior to that, he had a split with Mauricio Lara, bouncing back in a rematch, defeating him. He stopped Michael Conlon in the 12th round of a fight he was losing. He stopped Shu Kan prior to that. His last, he is 28-3. But really, the loss to Lara was the real legitimate one. He lost to Jazza Dickens by a majority decision back in 2020. But for the most part, Lee Wood has competed at a very high level in his last 5 fights. And but he has been out of the ring for a year and a half. So again, how much is that going to play into it? Cacace right now is a slight favorite, but the odds are near even. It's definitely not a blowout thing here between these two. And then they're both 36 years old. They're both from the United Kingdom. Cacace is from Northern Ireland, and Wood is from England. Wood this is his debut at 130, where Cacace's been super featherweight. Cacace 3 inches taller, and we don't have an official reach on Cacace in this one. So experience and age and all that stuff, it's pretty equal, but that 3-inch height advantage, is that going to play a role in this one? And the inactivity for Lee Wood, is it going to play a role? I'm looking forward to this fight a lot. Lee Wood, I think, is a strong puncher the heavier he moves up, and I think he might have the edge in power in this one. But Cacace, like I said, he's the one that has won, was active. He's the one that's been active, scoring the upset last year over Josh Warrington. Over Joe Cordina, even though I do think the punch that landed at the end of the round, I really think that played a pivotal role in him winning that fight over and upsetting Cordina, and I think Cordina might have been overlooking him as well. The Warrington win wasn't really that impressive, but it was a convincing win. But I also think the fact that that the IBF had taken the title off the table the week of the fight kind of took a lot of steam out of Warrington. I don't think he gave a shit if he won anymore. Or I don't think he really gave a shit about the fight once the IBF took that title off the table. So we're going to see what happens in this one, but I do think it's a pretty even fight right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. So Saturday, May 10th at Super Featherweight, 130 pounds, Wood, or Cacace versus Wood is on in the main event of a DAZN card. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing, and you've been hit with the truth.